I couldn't commit to what I was about to say, but looking back to One Piece Grand Battle. In the last episode, we ended up playing the really OP character named Hakai Mihawk. His range, his ability to break your guards with just the range X is ridiculous. Now we're just gonna go into boss characters. Of course, like I did with Buggy, Kuro, Don Krieg. Now we head into the next one that ends up a little deeper than it's supposed to, than it is. Sawtooth Arlong, one of 3 mermen that actually were connected to a legendary merman. But for Arlong, he deemed himself in rather a dickhead kind of thing. Since the mermen never knew about humans, you know, they tried to at least make peace, but some of the mermen just said, "Oh, we're perfect." Arlong's one of them, and he still had that hate. Whenever he came to Nami's village, he basically enslaved it, where as long as he gets what he wants, no one dies. But guess what? The only one that got to die was Nami's stepmom, who was taking care of Nami and Nami's sister. Arlong was the one that pulled the trigger, killing her, and ended up taking away Nami to force her to become a pirate, and also deceiving her, where if she ended up getting, I forgot how much, but whenever she achieved this certain impossible amount, that he would let go of the village and be on his way. Sadly enough, whenever she deceived the the Straw Hat crew, and she did achieve it, he was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm lying. I get to keep the village while you're still gonna be having that little tattoo of my crew on your shoulder." Yeah, it was basically the biggest troll ever. There is some the story goes ahead and deepens ahead with that little tattoo on his chest. Well, it's not really a tattoo, but it was more like a mark. But we're not going to go into that because I decided personally I'm going to continue heading further into the One Piece stories. If there's other copies of One Piece games I can find, I'm going to go ahead and purchase them to be able to show you guys how deep the story goes into and how each and every character adapts and evolves into their later character. Just how they evolve. Let's just put it like that. Arlong is he's good. Let's just put it like that. His range attack, his R1X is, he calls it Shark It Off in English dub. I forgot what the Japanese give it, but he does a straightforward attack. Like this moment right here.
If you return to my crew as navigator, I'll spare the lives of the people in your village.
You're so full of shit. It's not even funny.
All I have to do is agree, and everyone will be spared? No! You've gotten your way for too long!
You're right,
okay,
Nami.
bored now, sorry. Because we already established Nami was deceived, and she was...
Shark it off!
That was his, that's his RX. R1 and X, where he's straightforward attack. His R1 and B is just an aerial Shark It Off. His mixture of R1, X, and circle is whenever he does a straightforward attack, and he uses his own teeth as a little damage. I'm trying to show you guys, it's just hard. Hurry up and move! Hurry up and move! Now she will receive little damage other than the fire. Once the jaws are snapping at her, as you can see, hopefully you guys can see.
How dare you!
But she received damage while those jaws were still, nomming on her. Let me try to remember. Ow.
I'll skewer you!
His X and square were a sword technique where he starts slashing away at you.
I like that.
And oh!
What?
That was dirty. Okay.
I'll show you merman strength!
And that ruined the final special. But anyways, his X and triangle is whenever the enemy, like whenever he just constantly charges at you. Hopefully you can avoid it, but the main move I want to show you is this. Is this. He jumps up and he strikes you down. If he misses, he's stuck on there for a few seconds. He strikes you with that.
Still don't know.
And what's the difference between you and me? It's our species! Because he liked to be entirely butthurt because supposedly these supposed special humans had the really high level ranking that he wouldn't.
This is a merman's power.
Sorry, that he would enslave mermen and also other people because they were in such a high level in the government that their say was basically law.
You really stood a chance.
And it was really ridiculous. So the funny thing was, other than that, Luffy actually helped out one of Arlong's crew members, Hachi.
You must
After
not realize
the
how
one,
strong we mermen
after the
are.
Straw Hat crew ended up taking care of Arlong, Hachi ended up leaving Arlong's crew and returned back to the Merman Island, which is underwater, just to say. Because of that, Luffy got to meet Hachi again, which was all nice and nice because Hachi at least, you know, admitted he was sorry. Nami, personally, at least, I think personally, she forgave
I'll take all
Hachi,
your
even though
treasure
he
as
was.
tribute tax to me, Arlong.
Don't care.
Let's begin.
Okay, let's just put it. Arlong's a dick. Hachi ended up apologizing straightforward for Arlong's dirty deeds, even though he before. No! Even though Arlong wanted to fight against human oppression. Sadly enough, he misused that in the end, and he ended up getting his ass whooped by Monkey D. Luffy. You know what?
You won't
Escape me. But as you can see, if you can't block, you're basically going to be juggled in the air, like so. Yeah. Oh. Alright, let's use it. Hachi is an octopus merman, and he has a little ability of swords. But against Zoro, honestly, he didn't stand a chance. And Zoro was wounded from the previous battle against Hakai Mihawk. So you could say it was kind of sad in the end. Now I'm mad. No. Ow. And he's good as dead. What? That usually damages the opponent, but I guess it doesn't count for whenever the opponent's life is low. They don't get damaged by the extra.
Not all species are created equal.
The extra damage like stun, burn, or poison. Or confusion. There's also that category. But I don't think it's only done whenever the bees are
fetch me some money for my merman empire.
Ow. You're stupid, Arlong. The voice actor for Arlong at least had the feeling with it. It's just that, you know, since it was 4 kids, the censors were poop.
Why, if it isn't Arlong's crew, the merman, I vow on my name, Captain Chaser.
No, your name is Smoker, by the way, so no. It doesn't
Let's
count.
hope neither of us lose.
I'll crush you.
Yeah! But Arlong, really, if you fight against him, I would at least suggest, if there's a sword by, since he's a straightforward attack character, he's about damage.
Here you go.
You won't get away! Oh, his aerial move.
Can't escape them.
You won't escape.
Me. What the fuck? Oh yeah, that was a counter. You know what?
You
Won't
won't
escape me. Shake me.
Tooth attack.
2 can tango.
Shark it off. Shark it off.
What? I'm actually gonna lose with Arlong. Holy moly. Nom nom. Yeah, but, personally, there's nothing really to it. Like, just like Buggy, he's not really my favorite. He doesn't really hold anything dear to my heart.
Don't you think you're getting a little cocky?
Oh shit, okay, I admit, that was my first loss with Arlong. I was trying to think of what else to say.
You were so close.
You were so... Okay, Chopper, I need to change out that voice, because that's not really...
Human.
P-human.
Let's begin.
I just agree with...
Neither of us lose.
But other than the hate like Arlong has, there were other mermen later on in the series that end up holding equal hate. But sadly, they don't really give themselves, I mean, they really don't have a real reason. They're like, oh, I just hate humans because I hate them. I was born into hate. And that was kind of sad to at least put it like that. Oh, you dirty whore. Now. Here you go, take this.
Here you go.
Okay, so his two different grabs are he throws you in his mouth and he just throws you around. Hey!
How dare you?
Yeah, but as you can see, Arlong doesn't really, you could say he doesn't really consist of the speed attribute. He's morely about dumb power. Yeah!
Tashigi!
Hachi! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, you're a dirty whore. You're a dirty birdie. Here, have a ball. There. And guess what? Shark it. Oh. Ooh. Whenever he was about to ready activate that. Honestly, Arlong does make up. I mean, since Arlong is more of power than speed, he makes up that move. Since his ability of Shark It Off,
don't you see?
It's just a straightforward attack. It at least has speed with
the
it.
ultimate species.
I don't care. You talk too much, Arlong. Oh, it's a match species. You're full of poop. You're full of poop.
Do your best.
Play.
Ow. Okay, the move I'm doing is X and circle, where he'll just be in motion until he stops by how much damage he does.
Play. Play. You won't escape.
Oh my god. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Okay.
Time's up.
I gotta admit.
You were so close.
Whatever. I tried. I can give it that. It's just poop. Oh god, Mr. Zero. Actually, this is an interesting battle for me. Because I never thought about, like, a merman who's water-based and crocodile who's sand-based.
What strange times these are when one of Jinbei's mermen opposes me.
Jinbei is an actual shikaba. What was the title for it? It's the seven sea warlords or something that the English dub puts it as, but it's the Shibukai. Yeah, it's the Shibukai. That is one of the Shibukais that will later on be imprisoned in a jail called Imperial Down, where also Crocodile will be once Monkey D. Luffy whoops the shit out of him, trust me. Sorry, I'm trying to correct my throat because today I just woke up and my throat's like, you're gonna be a poop. And I was like, no, I don't want that. But I'll still be recording a lot today so that I would be able to get all this down. But anyways, Jinbei is one of the three that I mentioned. Arlong, Jinbei, and another merman that tried to at least fight the oppression from the Dragon Royal, or whatever the fuck these perfect, supposed perfect humans were, that enslaved any kind of species and put them up for auction,
So,
misuse
you think
them.
you're man enough to beat me?
I'm actually interested in this fight, though.
Man? I'm more than a man. I'm a merman.
Merman.
Even with the power of a cursed fruit, you're no match for me.
I would digress, but I'm just, since I'm playing as him, yeah.
Let's hope neither of us lose.
Dagger! Tooth attack!
Ow. But yes, Crocodile I'll be able to play later on, but
Tooth attack! Tooth attack! Dagger!
that's just so bad.
Dagger!
Ow.
Shark it off!
Yeah. Bye. Whoa. And it keeps dancing. Oh!
You punk!
You know what? I'm done with this. Shark it off. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, thank you. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll show you merman strength! What's the difference between
Actually,
you
there
and
is a weakness with Arlong.
You still
Since,
don't know?
even though you can't damage him unless you get him wet, and Arlong uses water-based
I'm
moves.
speaking.
Rawr, get over there! Time to shark it. I don't know how to put it. Bam! Is that all of his life? Yeah, that's all of his life.
This is a merman's power.
You're strong.
Honestly, the character I would respect the most and I would love to play as is Jinbei.
Wherever there's
Jinbei
even
is
a
a way
single drop of
stronger,
water, you
way stronger
pathetic
pirate than
humans won't
Arlong
stand
is.
a
I mean,
chance.
way stronger merman than Arlong is. So, yeah. Zoro. It's Zolo, but they liked it. They wanted to change it, translate it to Zoro. Why do we keep going back to Alabasta?
You dare stand before me?
Don't care.
This is the last one.
This is the last
Let's hope neither of us lose.
I summon you, Hachi! Because in the battle, of course, as I brought up before, Hachi was the one that ended up fighting against Zoro whenever he was hurt.
Here I go!
Fury! A sword versus... Oh.
Full charge! Shark it off! Shark it off! Shark it off! Johnny! Here you
Here you go! Nom! Nom! Pissed me off.
Hachi! Here you go!
Nom! Fucker.
I'll skewer you!
Come to daddy! That was poop.
Tooth attack!
Catch! Dick. Scare you! Meow, meow, meow. Damn it! That tornado interfered with... Ow. Yeah, just keep juggling them for me, please.
Tooth attack! How dare you! Full charge! No good! Tooth attack!
Damn it, he used that counter move that I like about Zoro.
Tooth attack!
I don't know.
Shark it off! Shark it off! What? attack! Over! Single sword rising!
No! What?
Single sword rising!
No! Damn it, he got me with that single sword. Spammer. Me.
It's already over?
Whatever.
You were so close.
Poop face.
Don't.
You inferior human!
I hate that
This is the
they
last
just decided
one.
to put that
Let's hope
human.
neither of us lose.
Sharkana!
Yeah, no. Why am I having a poop time? It's probably because it's the morning.
Tooth attack! Tooth attack!
You're just being dirty altogether.
Tiger trap! Here you go! Won't get away! Raven hunt! Tooth attack!
What? I was
Run away.
in mid. Yeah, it is poop.
Hachi! You won't escape!
There you go. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Take it like a man.
Tooth attack!
What? Okay, thank you, Hachi.
What? Tiger trap!
Haha. Still can make it more than you can.
Blade! Full charge! No good! Sharkana! Blade! Over!
Are you gonna keep doing that? Because I can just keep doing that. Ow. I don't want to do exit circle because I don't want to just get like.
Sharkana!
Oh shit.
Out of my way!
Oh damn, I do get damaged here. Shit. Because Arlong is supposed to be immune to whenever he hits the water, but whenever it's sand, I guess this is an entire poop. Fuck you. I can cheat. I'm gonna play dirty now. It was.
I'll show you Merman strength!
What the fuck?
Tiger trap! Hachi! Tooth attack! Sharkana! Tooth attack! I'll skewer you! Tooth attack! Here you go! Not done yet!
Okay. You're done. What? You're done. There you go. And that's pretty much this episode of One Piece Grand Battle.
Not all species are created equal.
You're strong.
Not all species are created equal. What else to say?
Your blades didn't even scratch me.
But yeah, for some reason Arlong, even though he was defeated and he was never seen again in the entire series, other than flashbacks, there is one thing he did leave behind that was left for everyone to remember. And you know what that was? That was the hate. The hate, the anger, the rage, the hatred towards humans. He basically left that behind. And here's the funny thing about that. That's kind of like what's going on in the real world. We kind of have that feeling of hate with one another. Even if we hold some particular thing that's supposedly superior to the other. And that's ridiculous.
You're no match for the ultimate species.
No. I was going to say you would get my point, but honestly this was more rather a serious moment. But as you can see, normal credits is normal. But what else to put? There's nothing really else to talk about. Arlong was just a pure powerhouse. He wasn't a powerhouse range, but he was a powerhouse. Because Don Krieg would be considered something like he's strong, but he's also for range attacks. But as for Arlong, he's slow as hell. He has 3 support characters, as I forgot to bring up. Hachi, who's a swordsman. A Kung Fu Merman, who is just, like, he jumps in the air and slams down. And another one, I think named Chu, who is a range support character that shoots water at the enemy. That's pretty much it. If I'm missing anything else, you can bring it up in the comment section below. There's also that tattoo of the sun. He used to be originally part of the Sun Pirate crew. And after they dispersed after the captain ended up dying of blood loss, since he refused to take blood of a human. Yeah, that was pretty much what happened, and that sucks. So anyways, in the next episode, we basically, I think, have everyone except for one guy, one main villain that we need to get down, and his subordinate. So with with one main villain and one subordinate of this game, we'll be done with the series, as well as, oh, of course, there's always that last character, and that would be Red Hair Shanks. I know, it seems rather quaint, it rather kind of seems worth it. I always keep you, but what I'm trying to at least finish is, with everyone here, the only question comes now is, who will truly make it to the grand line where the treasure of Gold D. Roger has put his greatest treasure? Anyways, I will see you guys next time. John! Sorry, since my throat's kind of poop, I can't say John in that little childish voice. John minasai. I think it was that. If I'm wrong, sorry. Anyways, bye guys.